Great training doesn't end when you finish delivering it. It depends on practical materials that guide you, support learners, and make practice easier. In this section, we'll create guides, exercises, templates, and checklists that keep your sessions clear, organized, and repeatable. You've already built the core trainer foundation: confidence, voice, structure, delivery, and engagement. Now we'll turn those skills into polished materials that make each session more consistent, professional, and easier to run again. Training materials are the support system behind a strong technical session. They help you stay organized, maintain a clear flow, and avoid missing important details. For learners, they provide something to follow during the session, use for practice, and return to afterwards. Good materials also make your training feel reliable. Most importantly, they turn one delivery into a repeatable asset you can improve every time you teach it. Think of training assets as a toolkit, not a paperwork burden. The trainer guide keeps you prepared and consistent. The learner guide gives participants a simple path through the content. Practice assets turn listening into doing, through exercises, labs, assignments, or reflection. Support assets help learners apply and review later, using checklists, templates, command sheets, or recap sheets. Start simple. Your goal is to create resources that make the session easier to deliver, follow, practice, and remember. These are two different tools for the same learning experience. The trainer guide is your backstage support: timing, teaching notes, examples, transitions, and prompts that help you lead smoothly. The learner guide is what participants need in front of them: clear explanations, key terms, activities, and space to capture notes. Keep trainer materials detailed and keep learner materials simple, focused, and easy to use. A trainer guide is your safety net, not a script to read. Begin with the basics: objectives, agenda, timing, and resources. Then add the support that keeps delivery smooth, such as key explanation points, examples, analogies, demo steps, and transition lines. Include engagement prompts so learners participate, not just listen. Finally, prepare backup notes for common questions, technical problems, or alternate explanations. The goal is to stay natural while staying organized. A strong learner guide is not a transcript of the training. It is a map learners can use during the session and return to afterward. Start with clear objectives and a simple overview so they know where they are headed. Then include the essentials: key terms, visuals, examples, and steps. Leave space for notes, reflection, and practice. Above all, keep it clean. Short sections, plain language, and white space help learners focus on understanding, not navigating the document. Once you explain a concept, turn it into action quickly. Tie the exercise to one learning objective, so the task has a clear purpose. Give learners a simple first attempt before adding more realism or complexity. Make the instructions, expected results, and time limits explicit. As they work, watch where they hesitate. Then use the debrief to deepen learning, helping learners compare outcomes, name obstacles, and connect the practice back to the skill. Different practice assets build different kinds of skill. Guided practice works well when the process is new and learners need structure. Independent tasks reduce support and show whether they can apply the concept. Scenario exercises add realism by asking learners to make decisions in context. Reflection prompts help consolidate learning by having learners explain what changed in their understanding. A strong technical course usually blends these, moving from support to application to judgment. Assignments are where learning becomes practice beyond the explanation. The best ones feel doable, not vague or overwhelming. Match the task to the learner's current skill and the objective you just taught. Then make the instructions concrete: what to submit, where to submit it, and by when. Define success before learners begin by showing what a strong response includes. For beginners, keep the assignment short enough that effort builds confidence instead of frustration. A checklist turns a repeatable process into a reliable routine. Instead of asking learners to remember every setup step, configuration choice, or safety check, give them a sequence they can follow and verify. Each item should start with an action and have a clear yes or no outcome. The final item is especially important: test, verify, or confirm the output. That last check connects the procedure to real quality control. Templates help you avoid rebuilding materials from scratch. Start with a reusable structure, then swap in placeholders like topic, objective, task, and outcome. The same framework can become a lesson plan, demo script, lab guide, worksheet, assignment, or recap. This consistency helps learners recognize patterns, and it helps trainers move faster. After each session, update the template with feedback so the next version improves. A recap sheet is the learner's take-home map. After a session, attention fades, but a compact summary helps learners return to the essentials quickly. Include the core concepts, definitions, commands, formulas, or decision rules they will actually need. Rewrite ideas in plain language instead of copying full slides. Add common mistakes and quick tips because they turn review into practical guidance. Finish with practice questions or next steps, so memory leads directly into action. As your course library grows, structure becomes part of quality control. Use consistent folders for slides, guides, exercises, and templates, so nothing depends on memory. Name files with the topic and version, such as version 1.0, so updates are traceable. Keep editable source files separate from final PDFs because they serve different purposes. After each delivery, capture questions and feedback, improve the asset, and save a new version. That turns every class into a refinement cycle. You now have the core assets for a professional training experience. Trainer materials for confident delivery, learner materials for clarity, practice activities for application, and support tools for retention. Next, we'll shift from designing materials to positioning yourself as a technical trainer and building early credibility.